October 28, 1994. Bill Gates, age 39, stands accused in the U.S. Senate, his Microsoft empire under siege for antitrust violations. Over $30 billion on the line. Gates looks skeptics in the eyes. What if he loses it all? What if Microsoft collapses, erasing the digital world as we know it? Most would fold. Gates instead doubles down. But this is only one of his audacious crossroads. Bill Gates was born in Seattle in 1955 to a lawyer father and a civic-minded mother. From an early age, his curiosity and voracious appetite for reading consumed him. At 13, access to a rare teletype terminal at Lakeside School awakened something more, a love for computers and a taste for limitless possibility. Gates wasn't bullied for being the smartest kid in the room. Instead, classmates remember him outsmarting the teachers themselves. By age 15, Gates and childhood friend Paul Allen were already selling a computer program that tracked Seattle's traffic for $20,000. In 1973, Gates stunned his family and peers by choosing Harvard. But long nights in the computer lab, not the classroom, became his real education. January 1975. The cover of Popular Electronics features the Altair 8800, the world's first personal computer. Gates is electrified. What if software, Microsoft, could put a computer on every desk and in every home? It was a future no one else believed. With Allen, Gates cold-called micro-instrumentation and telemetry systems, bluffing they had a basic interpreter for the Altair. Within weeks, after frantic coding sessions, they delivered. Soon, Microsoft was born, after Gates dropped out of Harvard. Their office, a tiny Albuquerque motel room, the smell of ramen and ambition thick in the air. Early Microsoft had no money, deadlines were brutal, and the giants, IBM, Commodore, Apple, loomed. Gates, fueled by 16-hour days and legendary stubbornness, kept refusing to sell out. They were the underdogs facing billion-dollar Goliaths, but Gates believed in software above all. The breakthrough came in 1980 with the IBM deal, MS-DOS. Suddenly, Microsoft was the brain behind Big Blue's new PC. By 1986, at age 31, Gates took Microsoft public, instantly becoming a billionaire. The software empire was now real, and the world was running on his vision. Gates could have coasted. A mansion, private jets, the comfortable path. But he refused to stop at enough. The world's problems loomed larger in his mind. Why settle for running the world's biggest software company when you could change the entire world itself? In 2000, Gates stunned everyone, handing Microsoft's CEO title to Steve Ballmer, focusing instead on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He bet his fortune, over $50 billion, on tackling global health, poverty, and solid technology and education. Tech titans scoffed. Gates walked into malaria-stricken villages instead of boardrooms. He was burning the very boats that made him king. For Gates, seeing millions die from preventable disease was intolerable. With great wealth comes great responsibility, he told Time in 2006. The itch to solve problems and the knowledge he could wield his resources where governments failed became a calling he couldn't ignore. He risked his reputation, his legacy, and his unimaginable fortune. He gave up day-to-day power at Microsoft. If he failed, he'd be remembered as a delusional techie who squandered history's greatest fortune on lost causes. Even his own board questioned his sanity. In the early 2000s, Microsoft faced the DOJ trial, damaging its image. The dot-com bubble burst, erasing $400 billion in tech stocks. While the Gates Foundation grew, critics accused it of being unfocused, and the risk of philanthropy gone wrong was astronomical. Gates' relentless pace strained friendships and marriage. His split with Melinda after 27 years was national news. In his own words, measuring success by money alone is empty. The world watched, quick to ridicule Silver Spoon Bill, risking it all to fix poverty. 2007. Global polio cases were not dropping. Malaria deaths stubbornly persisted. The foundation missed major targets. Around the world, rumors of wasted billions and philanthrocapitalist arrogance made headlines. Gates' faith and fortune seemed at their breaking point. Behind every press release, sleepless nights and doubts mounted. Gates refused to retreat. He doubled down on science, funding the world's largest vaccine research campaign. He shifted strategy, funding local health initiatives instead of top-down aid, realizing the solution wasn't money, but relentless innovation and empathy. By 2010, the world saw the results. Global child mortality dropped 50% from 1990 levels. Polio cases plummeted from over 350,000 in 1988 to fewer than 200 worldwide. In 2014, the world cheered as Nigeria reported its first year without a single polio case. Gates's gamble paid off. The foundation has since poured over $60 billion into vaccines, sanitation, and education. Every breakthrough inspired deeper work, funding gene editing, agricultural innovation, and pandemic response. Gates established the Giving Pledge, convincing other billionaires to risk their fortunes too. Gates managed two monuments: Microsoft, now in AI and cloud computing, and the foundation's sprawling humanitarian campaigns at once. With over 2,000 employees at the foundation and nearly 220,000 at Microsoft, Gates's empire spanned both bits and bodies, reshaping industries and saving lives. And cultural taboos, backing radical ideas like mosquito gene drives and negotiating lower prices for life-saving drugs. From digital code to human DNA, Gates became the software architect of world health. He faced the wrath of tech rivals, activist groups, politicians, and conspiracy theorists. Each time, Gates refused to flinch, proving that a single visionary, unafraid to risk ultimate comfort, can disrupt technology and the destiny of humanity itself. Today, Bill Gates is worth over $110 billion. Microsoft leads in cloud, AI, and gaming. The Gates Foundation is the world's largest, transforming global health for over 2 billion people. Gates redefined what it means to win, far beyond profits or market share. Yet, the journey is not over. Gates' new moonshots, eradicating malaria, reinventing nuclear energy, preparing for future pandemics, investing in climate solutions. My best days are always ahead of me, Gates says even now. Here are the truths Bill Gates reveals. 1. Bet bigger than what feels comfortable. Only then do you change history. 2. If your vision can outlive you, you're on the right track. 3. Relentless learning beats raw IQ. 4. Real innovation means risking your reputation and failing in public. 5. Measure success by the lives you uplift, not the dollars you earn. Would you walk away from everything you build? Wealth, comfort, status, to tackle humanity's toughest problems? The journey from Microsoft's first basic program to a world defended against disease wasn't a straight line. It was a series of risky leaps. Bill Gates shows us, the greatest empires are those built and then bravely rebuilt for the sake of others. What world will you build? Imagine if Bill Gates had played it safe. Where would you and the world be today? Risk creates possibility. Possibility changes everything. Next up, the rebel who made electric cars inevitable and risked it all on Mars. Subscribe for the untold journey of Elon Musk.